This video is not intended for anyone under the age of 13. This video is intended for adult collectors of vintage toys. So today I thought we would look at the battle damaged X-Wing. I've got two versions here. One is loose, assembled, and one is opened but unassembled. And I thought we would take a look at them both. This toy, the battle damaged X-Wing, was released in 1982 to refresh the toy, give it a new look, and create some new sales, create new excitement over the X-Wing vehicle. This box I'm taking out of the plastic is the unassembled version. For a long time, these toys were stored at my parents' house that had a wood-burning furnace, so it was important to keep them in plastic because the furnace would put out kind of some smoke and dust. The Kenner box art recreates some nice scenes. Also shows you how to put on the battle damaged decals. Shows the play features of the toy, the functionality of the X-Wing locking mechanism. These came out in mostly you can find these in Return of the Jedi boxes, but as I said, they came out in 1982, and there was a few, you can still find a few in Empire Strikes Back boxes, which are usually more expensive. We will open it up and look at the mystery contents, see what it looks like. I believe it's upside down there, so we will have to flip it around. I'm doing this video one-handed, holding the camera with one hand and moving the toy around, opening the toy up with the other hand, so you'll have to forgive me if there's some awkward cinematography moments. Here we go, there's a sneak peek at the contents. We'll pull out the insert and take a closer look. See the paperwork there, the decals, and there's the toy underneath. X-Wing Fighter assembly instructions. The instruction sheet always featured some kind of nice Kenner line art. Kind of a simple charm to the artwork, little diagrams that they drew on there. Of course, the heartwarming message, "We really do care," from Kenner. Here are the infamous battle damaged decals, which either really enhanced your realism of your X-Wing, or they ruined your X-Wing, depending on your particular point of view. Here's the classic red and yellow decals that came with the X-Wing. Very vivid red color there. These decals are in pretty good shape. A lot of times they get dried out. Here's the photon torpedoes, easily lost. And if you lost one or two, that would really detract from your toy and your play. So those things were really kind of highly valued back in the day. Here's a Star Wars booklet, Return of the Jedi. We'll kind of thumb through some of these pictures, some of the catalog. These booklets were really a clever way to get kids interested in buying more toys, creating a checklist, pouring through the toys you had and the toys you wanted, with some cool, featuring some cool Kenner photography. There's the battle damaged X-Wing. They kind of, once the battle damaged X-Wing came out, they pretty much took the classic white X-Wing out of circulation. Though you could buy the white X-Wing in Empire Strikes Back boxes prior to the release of the battle damaged X-Wing. Official Star Wars fan club membership form. Here's the plastic toy nestled away in its insert. The toy was molded in gray plastic instead of white, which I think adds sort of a touch of realism to it, because especially in Empire Strikes Back, the X-Wing seemed like it was more of a gray color. Here the engines have a black insert into the front of the engines, which also kind of adds another element of realism to the toy. Pretty sleek looking fighter design. In my opinion, in all of the subsequent movies, prequels and sequel trilogies, they never really did match the iconic design of the X-Wing. So it's a really iconic looking fighter design. It's kind of hard to do this video one-handed. Press the little lever to get the wings to collapse into a regular flying position. Slide it back into its insert. Kind of pack it up neatly all its components. I'm going to, since I've got this out, I'm going to take this opportunity to put the decals in the instruction sheet in this glassine sleeve. It's sort of an archival material that kind of protects things. You can get these, I think in like art supply stores or on eBay. If you type in glassine archival sleeve, you can purchase those things. I think they're a nice little way to protect your paperwork and keep them from getting dried out or stained, because there's adhesives put in that cardboard that can leach out into the surrounding materials, like decals or whatever. And also the decals can kind of dry out if they're exposed to too much air. Pack it back up. And it's nice Return of the Jedi box. Best we can. And we will take a look at the loose version I have, the loose example here. Same box, though maybe it's a little worse for the wear. I got this version in about 1991 or so at a Toy Shop magazine. I think I would have paid maybe $50 for this at that time. And there it is, kind of nestled in some bubble wrap. You'll have to excuse some of my one-handed cinematography here. And here we have the ship. We'll open up the front landing strut. And there we have it. A sleek looking X-Wing fighter, battle damaged. Seen some action this fighter has. See, I think the battle damaged version of the toy looks pretty cool. Kind of shows the history and the history of the fighter. Here's the instruction sheet. It's a little bit yellowed and dried out over time. Did you have the battle damaged X-Wing as a kid or the regular classic X-Wing? What are your memories and thoughts on this awesome vintage Star Wars toy? Please leave a comment, and if you like this video, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.